The price of gold went up that much in 1 year, the most since 1979. Now, even though gold did well last year, all the other valuable metals did even better. Gold moved slowly. By 2025, every other metal had caught up. But that didn't really happen until the second half, or maybe even the last quarter. Silver was really going off the charts, especially near the end of the year. Silver actually went as high as $8,750 late last year, though it didn't quite reach $84. It didn't keep those gains until the end of the year, though. At the end of 2025, it was worth about $71.50, which is 145% more than where it started the year. That's a huge rise for silver. Platinum, on the other hand, went up about the same amount as copper. I can't remember the exact number. I believe it was around 140% to 150%. I mean, it started the year below $1,000. It's still cheap compared to gold, but not nearly as cheap as it was when gold was at $3,000. Silver, was well over 100. I believe the lowest price for silver was 108 or so ounces for 1 ounce of gold. Early in the year, I was putting a lot of pressure on these other valuable metals because I knew they would catch up. We've seen that move before. The move is still going on. Gold laid the groundwork, but silver stole the show. Late in 2025, silver price went through the roof and reached as high as $80. It then leveled off near $71 by the end of the year, but it was still up about 145% for the year. The price of platinum also went up, rising more than 140% after starting the year below $1,000 an ounce. These changes reversed years of underperformance and greatly reduced the price differences between gold and other assets. The ratio of gold to silver used to be higher than 100, but it quickly shrunk as silver caught up. Many investors had been waiting for this proof for a long time. It showed that the rally was bigger than gold and included all precious metals. But I don't think this is just a gold bull market because of how the other valuable metals are moving right now. It is a bull market for rare metals right now. A lot of people didn't believe in the gold bull market because the other valuable metals weren't taking part. You weren't getting proof that gold was going up in silver. That's not true anymore. Silver and platinum have both made it clear that this is a bull market for rare metals. This isn't just true for gold. Gold and silver are strong for a reason. I'm not making this up. Yes, this is happening for a reason. In 2026, these reasons are getting stronger. In fact, 2026 is off to a better start than 2025. At the end of the week, gold was up just over $30 an ounce, which was a good sign. We were done at $45.58. That is more than $4,500. Silver moved above 80 again this week, but it didn't quite close above 80. Even though it closed just below 80, it was up almost $3 on the day. It moved above 82.50. I believe it was 79.84. Gold, on the other hand, is already up 4.6% this year. We are only 10 days into the year, and it's already the 10th of the month. But you're already up 4.6%, even though most of those days weren't even trade days because of the holidays and weekends. So far in 2026, silver has gone up about 12%. Right? Let's pick up where we left off last year. The bull market in rare metals is still going strong. Once more, platinum is up about the same amount as silver. Also, take a look at what happened with the mining stocks. One thing that hurt the gold bull market was that the mining stocks were not confirming the gold bull market because they were behind. Skeptics didn't believe in the gold rally for years because silver and platinum didn't join. In 2025, that case fell apart. The rise of silver and the return of platinum were classic examples of inter-market confirmation, which is one of the best signs of a real bull cycle. Precious metals don't just move around randomly. They are reacting to forces in the structure: devaluation of the currency, stress on national debt, political fragmentation, and a growing need for physical assets. As 2026 began, these forces grew stronger. Gold went above $4,500 in the first few days of the new year. Silver again went after $80, and platinum kept up. The momentum kept going without a hitch, proving that this cycle is still going strong and speeding up. They ought to be in charge. In a bull market, mining stocks should do better than the metal. That wasn't true. But of course, that's why I hit the table so hard, especially at the beginning of last year. Yes, I did write a special report about the best way to buy gold. I think it came out in April. Buy gold stocks, since they hadn't gone up much over the past year, even though gold was worth more than $3,000 an ounce. The GDX, which is a measure of gold stocks, went up $153 at the end of the year. That's the GDXJ. It has some mid-caps and more mid-caps. It's called juniors, but they're not really juniors. Their size is almost the same as the GDX. It went up 166% last year and is off to a great start again this year. So far in 2026, the GDX is up 8% and the GDXJ is up about 7.2%, or 2%. But these stocks are now doing better than the metal, which means the market seems to be in a bull market. You can't say, well, you're not seeing a confirmation in silver, because we are. Oh, we're not seeing that in the mining stocks. Yes, we have. But one thing about the mining stocks is that they have done better than the metal, but not nearly enough given how much gold and silver prices have gone up and how that will affect the earnings of these mining businesses. Stocks are still very low, and I still see that as a good sign because it means most investors don't realize how low these gold and silver mining stocks are. They still don't understand what the bull market means. These people are still thinking about the tech bubble or the crypto bubble, so they're not really focusing on this chance. Another long-standing argument against the bull theory was that mining stocks didn't do well. That changed very much in 2025. The gold miners put on a strong re-rating. As a whole, the GDX went up more than 150%, and the junior-focused GDXJ went up about 166%. In early 2026, that trend continued, and miners were already doing better than the metals. From what we know about the past, this change in leadership marks the middle of a bull market, not the end. At this point, the prices of metals and the expected profits still make the values seem surprisingly low. People who buy in general are still interested in technology and digital assets, which means that mining stocks are still undervalued. At these prices, buyers should still buy both physical gold and silver and mining stocks. This is because the difference between the two prices is still a great chance to go against the trend. You also know about the gold stocks. Gold prices are going up, so they will make a lot more money. Oil costs are also going up. The price of a barrel of oil is less than $60. A barrel costs about $58. That is why energy is the most important cost in gold digging. That's going down. I don't think oil prices will stay low, but they are now. This is good for gold miners' income, but the rise in silver prices will also have a big effect on gold mining companies, since most of them also mine silver. It comes from gold, and the way they report it, that's not money made from mining silver. Instead, they use the money they get from selling silver to cover the costs of mining gold. Not only are mine costs going down because of low energy prices, but the price of their gold is also going down a lot because they're getting so much silver from their waste, and it will show up in the money they make. Since silver prices are going up, all gold stocks will do well. They still mine a lot of silver, even though no one is buying them because they're silver miners. This makes a big difference in how much it costs them to mine gold. And then there are companies that only dig silver. In 2025, these companies did the best. But again, because they were so cheap at the start of the year, they're still cheap now, even though they've tripled and quadrupled in price. You still want to buy gold and silver, even though the price has gone up. I don't think there's much risk of going down with gold. I don't think gold will fall below $4,300. Miners' chances of making money are getting better in a number of ways. Energy, which is one of the biggest costs for the business, is still pretty cheap, which directly increases margins. At the same time, as the price of silver goes up, the cost of making gold goes down by a huge amount, since silver is often used as a leftover to cover costs. Investors often don't notice this hidden power. Even miners who are focused on gold can gain from silver's strength. Even after huge gains, pure silver miners, which were already great producers in 2025, are still priced very well, When metal prices go up and costs go down at the same time, it's a rare situation where margins grow, cash flow gets better, and balance sheets get stronger across the sector. As a result, if you buy it now at 4,500, I don't think it will go down much, right? There was a lot more fluctuation in silver, which makes sense to me given how big the breakout was, right? We went through 50. To be more specific, we stopped there for maybe 2 weeks. And I said on this and my main show that once silver broke above $50, it would be a huge deal, and $50 would be a support level. Well, 50 was only a support for a short time. As of now, I think approval is 70. I don't think we'll get to 50 at all. You can no longer buy metal for $50. I hope that a lot of people used it before it went away while it was here. I told people to buy 30 all last year, right? Now, 30 is the new 20. Silver won't fall below $30. Then I told them to buy 40 and 50. I am now telling people to buy $70 silver if they have the chance to do so. When silver fell after it went above 83, it hit a low point just above 70. Silver has never been below 70 since it went above 80. Even though it's getting cold, I believe the real support area is around 71 to 75. That's most likely the best place to buy it. It's just that I wouldn't wait until 71 or 72. I only bought it at $79 because this is the problem for people who want to buy silver for a long time. I'm referring to real metal. I'm not talking about people who want to trade it on the comps. It doesn't matter. That is, you need to buy silver right now if you want real silver sent to your house like Schiff Gold does. That's because I think the prices of silver will go through the roof in 2026. There are two things that are going to happen. Unfortunately, the price of silver will go up, but the extra money you have to pay to buy a 1OZ coin or a bar will also go up a lot. This is because the supply will be interrupted. In the future, the most important change may be the supply of physical silver. Growth in supply isn't keeping up with rising demand, and big producers are limiting exports. Inventory levels are going down, and rates are going up, which shows that there is an imbalance. Some spot prices may change, but as coins and bars become harder to find, fees are likely to rise. For long-term holders who want to keep the item physically, access is more important than time. If goods go out of stock or delivery times get longer, waiting for pullbacks could cost you a lot of money. This bull market is not about to end. It's getting to the point where lack of resources is the main factor. The time for building is quickly running out. As things stand, there isn't enough silver being found to meet the forthcoming demand. A ban is already in place in China. They make more silver than any other country in the world, but they don't send any of it abroad. Silver sellers are becoming aware that there is not enough of it, which is bad news for buyers. That means the rates will go up. You might get lucky and wait for silver to drop to 71 or 72, but by then, the spread or premium you have to pay on the goods may have grown so big that it's now more expensive. So I think if you want to buy silver in the real world, you should do it now, while the product is still available. I mean, I think we'll run out of stock later this year, right? It looks like you'll want to buy real silver. We're not going to be able to come through. That is what will go wrong. Or we might be able to get it to you, but it will take longer to get there. From what I can tell you right now, we have enough. The rates haven't really had to go up, so it's out there. Get it. You should buy it while you can. Of course, that's not a big deal if you don't need delivery in person. I still believe that everyone should create an account with T-Gold. This is the part of Shift Gold that talks about the storage program we're working on. Eventually, we'll make it into an e-commerce site where you can buy and sell tokenized gold, and probably silver as well. But you can buy gold and silver on the T-Old site right now and not take delivery of them. You can also do that. But when you're buying to store things for yourself or keep them for a long time, you have to buy. Don't worry about the $79 or $80 price. Silver is going to be very, very hard to find very soon, so be glad you can get it. I think the price will be a lot more than that. Music.